You're watching Hot Walk Academy. My name is Mingjin Tong. Today we are going to make mu gua niu nai, one of the staples you'll find, papaya milk, at any night market in Taiwan. I want to help you master your kitchen, so get set up like me and let's make mu gua niu nai. In Taiwan, everywhere you go, growing wild, you're gonna find papaya trees everywhere. They look kind of like a very skinny palm tree. The leaves are actually very different, and you're gonna see papaya hanging off of them just en masse all over the place. So in Taiwan, this is a very important and very common fruit. And when you're looking for papaya, don't get the green papaya. Green papaya usually is harder and it's a little less sweet, and usually you use green papaya for things like papaya salad. Now this is a yellow papaya, and it's softer, the flesh is sweeter, and you want to find one that is nice and plump and also kind of soft, and that's when you know it's ripe. So take your papaya. First thing I want to do, I'm only really going to use a little bit of it here, but it's kind of hard to hold once you start peeling the skin. So what I want to do is I'm going to keep it whole and just actually start peeling. And what's going to happen here is I still have a really good grip on the backside of it. Look at that beautiful color. You just can't beat it. I love it. Okay, so I'm going to peel just half for myself for today because we're not going to obviously use the whole thing. And if you're going to be peeling the whole thing, I would still recommend that you don't cut it before you peel it because it's a little bit harder to hold in that way. So let's go ahead and take off about half the skin, a little bit more here. All right, that's about half, and let's go ahead and clean that up. We'll compost this later. Now, for my knife, I'm using a slicing knife. This is a carbon steel knife. And the reason I like to use a slicing knife, it is longer than a normal chef knife. And it's great to reach all the way across your fruit. So let's go ahead and slice that right in half. Oh, it's so beautiful. Look at the inside. Look at all these papaya seeds. No wonder that Taiwan has so many papaya trees. The seeds are just absolutely prolific. So I'll set this one aside for now. Now for the inside, I think I do have a little bit. Now you're gonna see why I told you not to slice it before you peel it, because it's so slimy, a little bit hard to hold. So here we go. Let me just finish peeling off the edge here. You wanna make sure you get all that skin off. Oh man, I'm demonstrating exactly what I told you not to do, which is, it's a good thing. Now you can see exactly what I'm talking about, how slimy it is. All right, let me just get this cleaned up. All right. And I will just take the seeds right out. I'll put the seeds, maybe just, let me just show you. So when you have a nice ripe papaya, look at how soft it is. It really just comes out so easy, all these seeds. So we'll compost all that later. Get that cleaned up real good. And you don't really need to scrape too deep. There's not a lot of connective fibers keeping the seeds in. So it's a very nice fruit. You can use almost all of it, basically. All right, once you got that cleaned up, let me clean my board and my hands. When you have a carbon steel knife, make sure you keep it dry. It will rust really fast. So, okay, let's get the seeds. If you don't have a bench scraper when you're working with fruit, it's a really good idea. I love my particular bench scraper here. It is just stainless steel, super sharp, won't cut you. You can use it for noodles. You've probably seen it in that other video. But always work with a bench scraper when you're doing prep. So, okay, here we go. Now, what we're gonna do for mu gua niu nai is we're gonna be putting it into the blender, and the ingredients are very simple. So in Taiwan, traditionally, all you have is papaya, ripe and sweet, soft papaya, blended with milk, or excuse me, blended with ice, as well as just milk. This is just 2% milk. But we're gonna switch it up a little bit. Oh, sorry. One more thing is sweetener. So I just have here some agave for my sweetener. In Taiwan, you would just find regular cane sugar is what they would use, or just white sugar. But we're gonna use agave today. And what I actually want to do is I want to introduce just a couple more ingredients. So being that I'm Asian American and I love cooking cuisine from all over the world, these two are items that I found very fun to use in tres leches cake. And so I thought, you know what? These two ingredients would do really, really well in papaya milk. Try it and let me know what you think. So what we're going to do, let's go ahead and take that off here. And let's go ahead and slice up what we need. Just a couple slices. We don't need a ton of it because we're just doing one blender. So that's about a third of that half, 1/6 of a papaya. And just gonna kind of rough chop it here. I'll put it right into my bowl to get ready. I actually might do just a little bit more. Okay, papaya is set. Next, we'll open up this is longevity brand. Sure, you'll live a long time if you eat a lot of this stuff, sweetened condensed milk. If you've not worked with this product before, it is so fantastic. Let me go ahead and open it up. Sweetened condensed milk really is something that you need to open up with a can opener. You can't let it just drip out. You actually could, if you wanted to. You could open up with a little puncture on each side. But if you see how thick it is, it really is difficult to drip out. So great product. Let me just get as much as I can off the lid here. And we will spoon that out. Now keep in mind, this has got a very intense sweet milk flavor, and it's quite intense. Quite sweet. So don't use too much of it. And then here, this is evaporated milk, which has a great, really rich milk flavor that we can use in addition to our milk as the liquid. So again, this is gonna have a very rich, sweet milk flavor with our papaya. All right, and let me see if I can get this off easy. There we go. All right, and then we've got our ice. So this is how we're gonna build it here. Let me make sure you can see all this. Once you've got your papaya ready, so I've got here about a quarter of a papaya total, a quarter of a large papaya. And then I'm using today my Waring professional, whatever, really high powerful blender. You can use any blender that you have. It's gonna work just fine. So what I wanna do is I wanna start by adding some ice. About that much ice should be fine. Now, what you don't want to do, you are not making a smoothie, okay? This is not really a smoothie. 木瓜牛奶 in Chinese literally means papaya milk. And this should be kind of a more liquidy drink than a smoothie. However, I think with this much ice, this much papaya, I'm gonna wind up with something in between, which is just fine. I love it. Okay, so here's the papaya going right in. Now this is a drink I remember when I lived in Taiwan in 2001. I lived there for a year. I always wanted to have this drink. I just love this drink. So hope you really enjoy it as well. Okay, for our sweetener, again, because I'm gonna go in with sweetened condensed milk, I don't want too much sweetener. I think I'm gonna go with maybe, this is probably about 1.5 tablespoons here. Go ahead and add that right in. And then for my sweetened condensed milk, I'll add maybe one dollop. There we go. And a little bit of evaporated milk for that extra milky flavor. That's pretty strong stuff, so you don't want too much. And then this is the other base. So I'm gonna add this, let's see, about there. Okay. I have here with me also, this is just fresh soy milk. So this is unsweetened soy milk. If you want a dairy-free option, unsweetened soy milk is great. If you have sweetened only, that works fine. Just make sure you add less sugar to your blender. Okay, so here we go. That's all the ingredients, and let's go ahead and get this blending. Make sure my cap is on real tight. And I'll boost it to high now. All right, what I'm going for is I want a texture that is just completely smooth. I don't want any chunks in there, and this really looks fantastic. Let me grab a glass. All right, here we go. Here's our, oh yeah, it's exact, okay. Oh man, that's exactly the way I remember it in Taiwan. Let's try some. Oh man, that's really good. Let us know what you think. We hope you try it, enjoy it. And again, it's called Mu Guan Niu Nai. Thanks for watching. Please share with a friend.